So you'll see Central Smith Creamery. I'm going to put them up in a second. And I had the pleasure of working with their parlor last summer, or this what year are we? But they also have a reseller side. So it's interesting because Sweet Spirit says she wants to sell wholesale and sell in kind of areas that you don't even know it's her. Well, that's what he's going to be talking about. And I'll let him talk about it. And I think I might be giving out ice cream for him in a second.
Yeah, can I get 2 volunteers maybe to hand out some ice cream? Yeah, whoever, come on up. Thanks a lot, guys. So I have some vanilla ice cream here to sample. They're in 115 milliliter containers, full of dairy and sugar. So if you're allergic to either one of those, I don't know. You can eat it or not. But
I do. Don't eat it.
There's spoons here too.
Thank you,
So,
that was very nice.
Perfect, yeah.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. It's been a long time.
A long time, yeah.
So Jen Skates was supposed to be here today. She's our director of marketing. She's actually the vice president of Central Smith. So this is really her wheelhouse, but she couldn't make it, so she asked me to step in instead. So Central Smith, I'll give you a quick rundown on what Central Smith is. We are a national producer of ice cream. So you may not recognize our brand because mostly we sell to food distributors. So our main focus in our world is food service ice cream production and co-packing. So we do a ton of co-packing for retail and for other food service groups. So have any of you ever heard of Cisco Foods? GFS, so Gordon Food Service. So we do the Cisco branded ice cream, which is called Wholesome Farms ice cream. So Canada-wide, we sell Wholesome Farms ice cream. And we do the Gordon Foods Choice, so Gordon's Choice ice cream as well. And then Dairy Queen, have you ever had a dilly bar? So we manufacture all the dilly bars for all the Dairy Queens across Canada. So those are just a few of the different things we do. We're really a co-packer, that's our main business. So if you look at Cisco or you look at GFS, those two are both, we're basically co-packing for them, but we're also managing that business across Canada. So Sophie has the most experience with our scoop parlor here in town. So that's kind of the roots of Central Smith. So Central Smith has been around since 1896, believe it or not. A lot of years. And from that time until about the 50s, it was a co-op that produced, all the local farmers would bring their butter, their milk, their cream, and their eggs, and Central Smith would process it and sell it off to bigger groups. In 1950, it became privately owned, and they switched to only production of ice cream. And then in 1978, I believe, the Skates family bought Central Smith out. And since then, we've been producing ice cream for, at that time, it was a regional producer of ice cream in this area. So picture like Peterborough, maybe 200 kilometers out in a radius. That was our real jurisdiction. And then in the mid-90s, we branched out into food service. And at that point, food service really took up all of our production time. And we became a food service producer really with Cisco. That was our first partner. Since then, we've really grown that side of the business, and the scooping parlor has always been there. It's kind of like that cash cow, and all those accounts. Like we still deliver off our own truck to scoop shops all across Ontario. But I think the most interest is trying to figure out how can we market through social media to the chefs, to the restaurants out there, to show them what Central Smith is all about. That's kind of the main thing that we're looking for, I think, in terms of our social media platform.
Repeat that. Who exactly?
So the chefs, the restaurants out there, maybe even Cisco and GFS salespeople, get them to realize what we have, our new products. So one thing we do every year, we bring in new ice cream flavors. So this is this year's flavor, S'mores Galore. So it's a really rich s'more-filled ice cream. We're bringing in branded ice creams this year, so we're doing Reese's Pieces and also Jolly Rancher ice creams. So we don't have any advertising for that yet because it's pretty new. It's not really being released until the end of February. But
why don't you just take the box and pass it down so we can have less dialogue? Okay, take the box and pass it down so we can have less dialogue. Hello? You need to take the box and just pass it down. Thank you. Okay, they don't listen at all, do they?
once you get ice cream going, it's like, you
Yeah,
can't
you
really
completely
focus.
like, yeah,
I'm
burst.
ruined it for the rest of the
You
people I'm
have.
presenting today.
Yeah, so what's hugely different with what Mike's talking about is, everyone else that was here so far is, they want consumers coming into their location. In this case, they don't want consumers coming into their location. They're a brand. It's like if you were, it's like, pretend he's Coca-Cola. You know, so he's got, his Coke is being distributed all over the place. And then a lot of his stuff, you don't even know it's his because, be careful, because when... Which way are you going? Okay. So a lot of this stuff, you don't even know it's theirs because it's, what do you call it? Black label, it's labeled.
Private label.
Private label. So someone might take this ice cream, is that like the kind of thing? And they
Yep.
might private label it.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
you want his brand to be exposed to companies who might want to private label with him. So it's a completely different type of business solution. So you can guarantee on the final exam on the midterm, you're going to be asked a question about his kind of company, which you are trying to put together a business solution which is completely different than a business solution you put together where someone is on a street, the business is on the street and they have a retail location and they're trying to get people to come in and there's a bus stop, like Tina's was, and you want people to come in. In this case, we're talking about how far reaching? All of Canada?
National. Yeah.
National, not the States, right?
No.
So it's completely different. So you're getting their brand out there. So are there any questions?
I'll just show this really quickly. So
Okay.
this is our POS or our catalog cover for this year. So this is our new branding for the year. Everyone loves ice cream till it's gone. So this is just to give you a quick idea of what our online marketing has been. It really has been parlor focused with a little bit of the production side, and that's still something that we have to keep up. But we are trying to hit more than just the local Peterborough people, like Sophie was just saying, national restaurants, chefs, Cisco people, all that kind of stuff. So. We have a really well-established Instagram and Facebook page, but...
It's all aimed at the parlor so far.
Yeah.
So your project's not going to have anything to do with the parlor. You're going to assume that's doing fine. Your project and suggestions are going to be about the business-to-business aspect.
I think that'd be interesting to see,
Yeah,
what all these minds can come up with.
Question?
Just to get a better idea, if you were to, let's say, if you were to get into Costco, would you want Central Smith on your packaging, or would you take
Nope.
Clint?
I'd rather have we would rather work with another company that's going to do all that marketing for us.
So like you take on Kirkland brand?
Yep. Yep. Whatever, like it could be company A, they have a really great new innovative idea, and that's something that we could help develop with them. And really at the end of the day, we're a co-packer, so we manufacture and we pack ice cream. We don't want to get involved too much into the marketing and sales aspect of it, other than with the current customers. There's a certain amount with some of our main customers that we do that kind of aspect for, but it's more account management.
So do you want to get under more grocery stores, private labels? The goal here?
I think that the focus should be restaurant, like on the food service, so our ice cream within Cisco and GFS, our ice cream to restaurants, like the decision makers at restaurants and
Need to know about you?
that need to know about us.
Okay.
So don't necessarily focus about the co-packing side. That's a great aspect as well, but the main goal here is to sell tubs of ice cream that we already produce. So to give you a bit more of an idea, for Central Smith branded ice cream that we do offer across Ontario and it's special order through Cisco and GFS. I feel like I'm getting into a lot of detail here, but we do 60 flavors of ice cream, right? And then within Cisco and GFS, we do 15 to 20 flavors in their brand. So that's kind of our main.
So what he wants to happen is when Cisco goes to a restaurant will constantly call Cisco as their supplier of restaurant food things. So it could be meat, it could be milk, I'm making up what it could be. And one of those things could be ice cream. He wants that restaurant owner, random restaurant owner, downtown Peterborough, downtown Calgary, you know, Hicksville, Calgary, whichever, there's no such thing, to say, I want Central Smith's ice cream.
Exactly.
So it's about getting the brand out there, saying, so that the restaurants are asking for it. So it's a lot different than targeting your, it's about getting the brand out there. So there's all sorts of different types of things they can do, and you're going to want to research companies that are similar and see what kind of things are they doing to get their brand out there.
Let me just say one comment to kind of clarify it, I think. Think about McCain's French fries, right? So McCain's French fries, they sell it into grocery stores, but think about McCain's on the food service level, right? They sell to every restaurant across Canada their French fries. So we want to be getting to every restaurant like McCain's would, you know, infiltrate those restaurants too.
Do you want to be the McCain's of ice cream?
We want to be the McCain's of ice cream.
Okay then.
Right?
Just 2 more questions. Yes.
Is it fair to say that the cost of ice cream purchasing for you compared to Cisco is less? Or like what, if someone is already having a distributor at Cisco, why should they switch to you?
Cisco is their distributor.
So Cisco is our distributor, and we make the Cisco ice cream. So Cisco and GFS are the main food distributors in Canada. We make both of their
They don't distribute, they have distributors, so they want when they're, but their distributor has a whole long list of things they distribute. So when they go to the restaurants that these Cisco folks already distribute to, they want it not even to be a struggle. Yeah, of course I want Central Smith's ice cream that you guys sell.
One thing I didn't mention is we produce a premium ice cream offering for Cisco and GFS. So our ice cream is the, you know, it's the premium ice cream.
We'll get into the model in more detail, but I wanted you to hear it, not that you're a horse, but you know.
I know.
Question and question, then we got to hold on.
Are there any brands or companies or labels that we can leverage in this that we're allowed to? Like, are there any restaurants that currently use this, like Boston Pizza, for example?
Yeah.
Or like, do you know any?
Great question.
I have to get back. I'm not sure how much information I can let out about that.
That's what I was wondering as well.
The major chains across Canada, they use our ice cream. It's just I don't know if I can
Yeah,
get into
it'd
those
be nice to
details.
have a giant that would be willing to
yeah.
talk about being your,
Yeah.
you know.
Like,
cool.
we're always been kind of behind the scenes, right? So it's a little bit. I'm not sure. I have to get
Yeah.
back.
One more question? Yes.
So what's your name under Cisco?
Wholesome Farms.
Okay, so if you guys want your name to be known, what, wouldn't it be like in the contract, they wouldn't want your name instead of Folsom Farms, would you want Central?
Yeah. So. Well, our main business is co-packing, right? So we pack ice cream for other businesses. So it's a kind of a fundamental question that's hard to answer.
Like I understand, but like you can almost negotiate out the contract. And like I understand you want the contract, Cisco might say they don't want it anymore. But then could you go to like GFS or maybe even Summit?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, we produce the private Cisco label, right? So it's never been our model to build the Central Smith brand name through those groups. It's always been we're the partner for those groups, right? So it's kind of against our model, I think, of how we organize our business. Yep.
It's going to be complicated. Yep.
So you co-pack for Cisco, and they distribute theirs, and then as a separate contract, they also distribute their ice cream, essentially?
That's a very good way of describing. Yeah. So.
All right. So you want to push your ice cream with your brand more than they push theirs with their brand?
No, not necessarily. We just want to get people to realize
Well, they're
that
marketing their own. Right?
they're marketing their own already.
And you
So
would
it's just
be-
your brand.
So it's just our brand to get it out there. Yeah.
So
that's a good way to look at it.
anybody he co-packs for, he doesn't do their branding, you're absolutely right. But your brand needs a name
Yeah.
out there.
So just to describe that a little, am I taking too much time?
You are, way
Okay.
too much time.
Well, you gotta stop me.
I'm stopping you.
Okay.
Okay, so, but it's just so much more complex than the other folks, so what I
There's
wanted.
a lot to it.
So, but that's why you need help. So if someone was gonna ask questions, how did you want them to contact you? Or the teams that we're gonna end up distributing, who gets?
It'd be Jen.
Be Jen, okay, through email?
I'm just
you think?
stepping in, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, and I may even have, if you have, whoever gets this company as a team, there'll be questions that you're gonna have. And Jen is one of the family members that owns this company. It's a family run company. And so so we'll figure out how she wants you to contact her. I might even have her in because it's a real different one. Yeah.
Just one more quick question. Is there a contract with Cisco? Like how long will that, when does that expire? If that's okay.
It's not something I can answer.
Oh, okay.
He'd have to kill you
Okay.
and everyone else. And you gotta get over here and give me a hug. There you go, baby. Nice. Okay, so completely different. I don't think she brought snacks for everybody. You did? No.
I brought
Okay.
some promotional items. So we have stickers and obviously my business card. No edibles, sorry. But we actually just got in our guitar picks and we're super stoked about them. So if you play, feel free to grab one. So my name's Whitney and I am co-owner of the Cannabist shop. My dad and I actually started it together and he's still on board with it as well. His name's Wayne. And him and I started it in April of 2017. We did an official launch in June, and we've been building that momentum ever since. I wrote some things down because I knew I would get nervous and forget. So, okay, so the tough thing that we have is that our shop is all online. We don't have a brick and mortar location. So we have some issues with that. We have to inventory product that nobody sees unless they make it to our website. We also sell stuff on Amazon and eBay and soon Etsy as well. But it's not a large market of people buying bongs through eBay and Amazon. So we have a website and we're really excited about it. We sell bongs, dab rigs, papers, rollers. Our rollers are made in Amsterdam by Futurola and they're pretty amazing. They roll cone joints and the small ones roll like the smoothest piece you'll ever have. And then we also make up our own rolling kits as well. So we add all of our products and we discount it so that you can buy whatever for a discounted price, all of the stuff together. So some of the things that set us apart from other head shops locally is that we handpick all of our products. My dad and I physically go to the warehouses and we are hands-on with every single piece of product that we purchase. So we know the quality and that's why we can offer that. We also have very little overhead because we don't have a brick and mortar location. We can offer super competitive prices. In comparison to a local head shop, we are offering things at almost half the price because we don't have the overhead to have to compensate for rent, which is pretty awesome. We also, we have a policy that we have never advertised because we've never had to just yet, but we'd like to, and that is no questions asked return policy. If you don't like it, you send it back. We've never had a return, so we've never had to exercise that or prove that to anybody yet, but we definitely would like that to be something that people know about. The convenience of online shopping. 2016, Canadians alone spent $19.2 billion in internet purchases, and that's estimated to be at $39 billion by next year. So that is the convenience of online shopping and something that not a lot of people are getting used to when it comes to this particular line of products. Tobacco use products are not that popular to be purchased online because shopping for a bong is a hands-on experience. You want to feel the weight, you want to actually see the height. So that's something that's a little bit difficult for us to sort of get across. You know, try it. If you don't like it, you can always send it back, right? But try buying something online, something of this industry. So one of the things that we are launching, I'm shaking, sorry.
You are. That's
I sing in front of people, I don't talk in front of
Why don't you just sing it?
So we,
Well,
What kind of help do you
We are
want?
launching a particular thing. We want it for Peterborough local only, and that is same-day shipping and free shipping. You use the code online to get your free shipping, and if we see that it's Peterborough, you will receive that in the same day as long as it's before like 8 p.m. that you purchase it. Obviously, we're not going to show up at your door at midnight, but we kind of want to promote it as sort of a order a bong like you'd order a pizza. It's kind of awesome. Picture this: bong breaks. You go online. You don't have to take the bus and pay a cab fee, anything, in order to get all the way downtown. You show up right at your door. Pretty sweet. And the other thing that we also offer that is one of like our main focuses is that we offer super discreet shipping. Nothing is labeled. We want to start a whole thing on, break the stigma. Don't be shy about, using these products. But obviously, we don't live in that kind of world yet, so we do very discreet shipping. We only have our address on it. Nobody would ever know. You could have it shipped to your office, your parents' house, like family, friends, doesn't matter. Totally discreet. And same when we actually show up at your door as well. It's still, again, discreet packaging. So our target market is I would say 19 to 45, but from our Facebook and Instagram insights, our major target market above, like, it's crazy just seeing these blocks, it's 25 through 34. Point blank. All the other ones are pretty minimal. The 18 through 25 is pretty high, but the 25 through 35 is just blown up on both Instagram and Facebook. But our Instagram targets more men, and Facebook tends to, we have more female followers, which is interesting. The advertising that we can do is pretty limited. Our target market doesn't read the paper, so doing print advertising is useless. Unless we could put something in the Wire or Electric City, but we're targeting a market that might not even be interested, an older, mature crowd. We can do flyers, but again, a little tacky. Right now, what we are doing is we have our promo items, guitar picks, stickers. We always throw in swag in every purchase that you make off of our site, which is always really fun to see where people have put our stickers on their guitars, wherever. That's always good. And we have beer coasters on some of the bars downtown. But they get used once and they get thrown away, unless people take them home, which apparently they do. So that's all we're pretty limited to. Something that is really frustrating is that we cannot advertise on Facebook or Instagram. We have our Facebooks and Instagram, and we're free to post whatever we want, but we cannot boost. We can't do any paid advertising. Facebook tried to kick us off already because we kept trying, and they kept denying us, and we kept trying again. So I had to appeal to get our Facebook page back. So that's a little
So you got the page back, you
hiccup.
just
We
can't
have the
boost?
page back, we just can't boost. No paid advertisements with Facebook or Instagram or any other social media platform. So we rely solely on driving traffic to our site by word of mouth or like local promo items and whatever we can do, but that's really all we can do.
Are you looking to ship nationally still?
We still are. We're
Okay.
shipping as far south as California,
Okay,
and
so
we made a
interna-
shipment to
okay.
Northwest Territories.
So you're
Back in
crossing the
December.
border?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
wasn't sure.
We're just not shipping across the sea. Not yet. Yeah, any questions? Yes?
Have you looked at marketing through private accounts as opposed to the actual social media platforms themselves?
Yeah, what we were thinking about is a funnel. If we could have something like a totally separate Facebook page that, grabs your attention with some kind of clothing item or something, and then that funnels to, another site and somehow kind of drains you down into ours, but we don't know how to do that. We know it's possible, right? But I don't know how.
You can actually just contact people like private accounts that have a couple 100,000 followers, and they'll do private advertising. So like you don't need to go through the social media platforms at all?
Yeah, we did that with this girl on Instagram. We sent her a roller and she like posted it and she added, like we did a coupon code for her followers to use. Nobody used it, but we did get sales. I don't know why they wouldn't use it. So I don't know if that coincided, but we did send to one guy on YouTube and he never made the video.
The kid with the mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of cool. Sorry.
He was cool, but then he just took our shit and didn't do anything with it. So, any other questions? Yes.
I liked your analogy of ordering a pizza, like look at it, ordering like.
Order a bomb like you order pizza?
The one thing that I thought of is like, the one, like with papers, for instance, like if someone needs them and they're like, can I order them rather than going to the store themselves? Is there a turnaround fast enough? Is there enough market or markup in that, like margin for you to profit from that really, or?
At this point right now, I just want to make sales.
Okay.
So I don't care if I have to drive to East City to drop off like a pack of papers for somebody.
Right.
Even though they only bought them for $2. I just want people to try buying my product off of the website. Yeah.
As marijuana becomes legal, like in whatever, a couple of years, right? Are you guys, social media restrictions will probably change? Are you guys prepared to do your advertising on social media when those changes are made?
Yes. Yeah. We'd like to eventually get there, but for right now, yeah.
It's just waiting on.
It'll be interesting to see if it does because it is still a U.S. like based company, right? So I don't know if they're going to care what Canada's doing.
It's true.
Yeah.
Obviously, launching the local only free same day shipping is a big focus that I would be focusing on. Do you have any locally sourced products on your website? Something that are there bongs and pipes and whatnot made in Peterborough that you source at all?
We've been trying to find people who do like their own glass blowing, like hand blown stuff, and there's like nobody around. Like there's one person that we did find out of Vancouver, but she won't drop ship. But she also they're insane prices. I couldn't mark it up and sell it. I could mark it up like $5 if I ever wanted it to sell. It's just not worth it. But our products that we do have, our suppliers are in Mississauga and Markham, and some of the products that they have are from people in the Toronto local area, which is still pretty cool, but they don't really advertise it either, so.
Here's a business for you.
Yes,
Blowing
All of
glass.
this inventory changing,
constantly,
yeah, daily.
yeah, just about. Like we have, I don't know, I make an inventory purchase probably once every 2 months, if that, once a month. Like we got in a pack of, we ordered some CBD pens, disposable e-smokes. They're called e-hookahs, but they're pretty sweet and they work. They're really nice. We put them on our site and got banned from Shopify payments for it. So
Really?
yeah. So now we can only accept PayPal. So these are some of the things we're still figuring out. But yeah, we constantly try new stuff and see if it sells, and if it does, it does, and if it doesn't, then we don't order it
Two
again.
questions over there.
Yes.
You said that buying bongs and stuff is more of a hands-on, in-person experience.
Yeah.
Do you find that not only that, but also, I don't know, your shipping costs, is that a barrier, especially when you're going to the States or across the country?
It's cheaper to ship to the States than it is for me to ship to Mississauga. It makes no sense, but no, they cover their own shipping on my site anyway. Generally, I think it costs about $16 for us to ship to Vancouver, and then it costs us $13.50 to ship to Portland, Oregon, yeah, and then it costs $16 to ship to Montreal, and $13 to ship to Mississauga. And people cover their own anyway. Once they put in their address, it kind of figures it out for them. Yeah.
So bringing back to once marijuana becomes legal, would that be an option of selling that throughout the site?
I don't know. Something we're definitely looking into. We'd like to get a distributor's license, at least for seeds. We'd like to be able to have like, eventually what we would like to launch is a 420 subscription box. Every month you get sent new pipes, new papers, a new bong, some like t-shirts, apparel, all that kind of stuff. That's something that we are looking into, but we need more traffic to our site before that is ever going to be able to take off, right?
Couple of things.
Yeah.
One is, have you considered, or would you consider, like cryptocurrency payments, like Bitcoin? Because some people may not want to purchase from your shop because they want to remain anonymous.
Yes. Yes, I have thought of that.
Excellent.
I haven't connected it though.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, fantastic.
Yeah, I don't really understand Bitcoin,
That
to be
could be
honest.
an interesting solution or
Yeah.
implementation
Yeah.
for, yeah.
Yeah, there's, like, yeah.
Thank you.
We do have people that contact us privately, and we accept e-transfers as well.
And one other thing.
Yes.
If you could get help to have a platform of, direct distributors, but you pay a small fee to be on an e-mall website, would you consider it?
Yes.
Okay, so an example would be shop.com.
Okay.
Because it's a network marketing company, and basically it's a direct sale, face-to-face marketing, and it's an e-mall. So all the big brands like Walmart, Nike, you name it, Staples, they're on there. It's just, a portion goes there, and you basically have a solid customer base that are dedicated to purchase there because they get cash back every time they shop. And that can open up like a global market for you.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
That's great, thank you.